What's up everybody? In today's video, I'm gonna take a closer look at this. It is the Star Wars Rebels Ahsoka Tano from the Star Wars Black series. Check it out. What's up everybody? Welcome back to Pop Empire. Happy to see you as usual. Like I said, we're gonna take a closer look at the Star Wars Rebels Ahsoka Tano from the Star Wars Black series. Of course, for those of you that watched the last episode of The Mandalorian, wow, what an episode. Not gonna spoil anything yet. However, after we take a look at this figure, there is something that we might spoil. So just a heads up, if you wanna watch the figure review, go ahead and stay for the figure review, and then I'll give you a heads up when we're gonna spoil something in case you haven't seen the episode. Stay tuned for that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a closer look at this box. Yeah, so here's the box of the Rebels Ahsoka Tano Black Series figure. Of course, we see our figure right here in the front. You can see the two accessories over here on the side, which are her lightsabers, which we will get into those momentarily. Just checking out the artwork over here on the side of the box. Checking out the back, you have more artwork here, and a little write-up on Ahsoka Tano. So let's go ahead, take her out of the box, and check her out. And here's our Ahsoka Tano figure, and of course another beautiful figure here. And this Ahsoka is actually, like I said, and as it obviously says on the box, this is from Star Wars Rebels, not Clone Wars, obviously not The Mandalorian. However, I think that's something we can probably look forward to. I wouldn't be too surprised. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a closer look. And I gotta say, this head is absolutely beautiful. The paint job on this figure is really amazing. These colors pop so well. This figure is gonna look absolutely fantastic next to some of these other Star Wars figures. And of course we got the head articulation here, got a nice swivel. It's actually not overly stiff, which is nice. Actually rotates pretty nicely. We get into the shoulder, goes up and down, also front and back. Again, not overly stiff, which is really nice for a change. And then the elbow, of course, got the hand twist down below, got that double knee joint again, of course, for that added posability. And then of course her boots here, and you got that ankle movement, which is really nice. So yeah, looking down here a little bit further, we actually do have some soft goods a little bit here, a little bit of a skirt going on here. Feels like, I don't know if it's polyester maybe. Feels a little bit stretchy. Either way, I love it when they add soft goods to these figures. This thing here that's actually over the soft goods is actually like a softer rubber all the way around. Don't think that that would actually come off. However, it's cool, these different textures on this figure. Another thing that's crazy about this like rubber thing is the amount of detail that's kind of etched into this rubber. There's so much going on in just this little piece here. There's also more detail here on the side, and then even these pieces on the back. So much little detail just kind of etched into that rubber. Even on her back, you know, these different folds in the clothing, just give it that flow like she's actually wearing it, which is cool. As well as these kind of wrinkles here on this arm piece. But there's so much going on here. Got these little gold pieces down here on her wrist. The color of her skin is really fantastic. And I'm so used to all the other figures. This one is really lightweight. But again, the paint on this thing and the details in this figure are absolutely beautiful. You also got that paint job on her face there that looks just really awesome. Small attention to detail really goes a long way for such a beautiful figure. But anyways, let's take a look at her lightsabers. Yeah, so just checking out the two lightsabers that come with the figure. Of course, one of the lightsabers, it has that straight hilt, and then the other one is slightly curved, and then it has the light blue blade on both of these, but they're both very nice. Also, just getting a little closer look at the hilt. There's a little bit of detail going on in there, not too much. They did add a little black paint just to kind of give the effect of the button. And then checking out the curved one, a little more black paint going on there, add a little detail, and yeah, looks really nice. And now back to our figure. Now that we've taken a look at the lightsabers, I wanted to show you, if you move her arms kind of out of the way there, if you look on the side, she actually has a hook there. On the other side, she also has a hook right there. So now if we take one, we'll take the longer one here, hook that one on right there. And then we'll take the other one here and put that one on this hook. The only issue here, if you're gonna display it like this, is this longer lightsaber with the longer hilt. Once you put it on that hook, it actually is down below her feet right there. So it's gonna like drag along the back. So I think what you would have to do, and I'm not sure if it does it, but you would have to take the blades out if you wanted to display it like this. However, obviously that's how you would probably want to display it anyway. If she has them on her side like this, of course, the blade's not gonna be out. So not 100% sure if these pop out. I'm not gonna test that just in case they're not supposed to. Maybe they do though, since they have those hooks there. So it's possible that she could just have the hilt on both sides hanging, which would be pretty cool. So yeah, another really awesome added detail there. So yeah, one thing I do gotta point out this figure actually stands up a lot easier than a lot of other figures for some reason. Stands up way better than the Purge Trooper. Her limbs are definitely a lot thinner. She's definitely not as stiff as some of these other figures. However, she still has basically the same amount of joints. I think her elbow is missing one. Usually you have that joint above and below the elbow on some of these figures. She actually doesn't have that. She literally just has the joint at the elbow. However, this figure is absolutely beautiful. All in all, I say this is a definite pickup, especially if you saw that last episode of The Mandalorian, and of course for anybody that's a fan of Rebels or Clone Wars, this is definitely going to be a must pick up. So for those that missed out on the pre-order of The Mandalorian and the Child Build-Up Pack that will be coming to Target, that will be releasing on December 1st, which will be Tuesday. So keep an eye out on your local Target stores. Also, the next wave of vintage collection are set to hit on December 1st as well, which of course it has some of those Mandalorian figures in there, like Moff Gideon and the armor, and also the Mandalorian with his Beskar armor. So definitely keep an eye out for those figures hitting Target on Tuesday. Probably going to be pretty crazy with all the holiday shopping going on, but those are definitely figures that you would want to add to your Mandalorian collection. And also, of course, speaking of that last episode of The Mandalorian, and this is the spoiler alert part, so if you have not seen that episode, I would suggest skipping ahead just a little bit. Otherwise, feel free to watch this playlist up here. It's also linked down in the description of Jabba's Palace diorama that my brother built. It's pretty fantastic. So yes, that spoiler thing, if you went this far and you haven't seen the episode yet, it's okay. You might learn the information here. If you already saw it, you might know what I'm getting to. And of course, Baby Yoda / the child finally has a name, and it's Grogu. Interesting name. At first, it was actually kind of an odd name, I thought, but then honestly, just over the course of just a couple hours, it seemed way more comfortable for me. One thing that I really noticed in the episode that I thought was really cool was when the Mandalorian Din Djarin, of course, is, you know, they're having that scene with Ahsoka and she's testing the Force capabilities of Grogu. You can tell that Din Djarin even feels a little bit awkward about using the name Grogu, which I thought was perfect. He didn't just automatically kind of comfortably go into that name, which again, I thought was perfect because as a viewer, you know, obviously for over a year now, we've been calling him Baby Yoda or the child, so we're comfortable with that name. So Grogu, of course, is going to sound weird and awkward to use when referring to this character. So I thought that was a really nice touch to have him feel awkward about it too. I think it made the viewer feel more comfortable in the fact that it's awkward finally knowing his name. So I also want to point out that I think Rosario Dawson did a fantastic job as Ahsoka. This episode was absolutely fantastic. It was so, I don't even know what the word is, but it was so Star Wars, I guess. And I guess it was because we finally got some lightsabers. You know, we had a Jedi and just, I don't know, the whole episode, the whole feel of it, they absolutely crushed it. Dave Filoni is an absolute genius. It was amazing. So cinematic, so beautiful. It's one that I probably will watch over and over again. To watch a video that YouTube suggests for you, click that video to the left. Watch our last video, it's that one to the right. Also love it if you would subscribe, and to do that, click the link up above our heads. That would be awesome. See you in the next video. Peace, everybody.
See ya.